All right, I'm Tom Wepple. This is SportsAvengers.com. Glad to have you with us as always. We are covering the BCS championship game. Alabama comes off with a 21-0 victory over LSU. And let's hear some of the post-game comments from Alabama head coach Nick Saban and his quarterback, A.J. McCarron, both who put in a fantastic job. Give them a lot of credit. Let's hear from McCarron and Nick Saban in their post-game press conference right here on SportsAvengers.com.
This team, it's sometimes easy to do the right thing some of the time, but these guys over the last year have done things right almost all the time. And, the goal today was you control your destiny, you control what you do. The outcome of the game, as good as LSU was, will be determined by how we play and what we do, and I think the players really responded well to that. We went to see the movie Red Tails last night, which I would recommend to anybody, but those guys' motto was the last plane, the last bullet, the last man, the last minute, we fight. And we always stay with the mission. And I think that kind of described the spirit of that group extremely well, but it also describes the spirit of the group of players that we have on our team this year, and takes a tremendous amount of resiliency to come back. It was tougher losing a game, and I think that demonstrates the character of the people in that locker room to come back from that game and finish the season like they did. Made some big catches, and we knew we were going to have to throw the ball on first down to move the ball effectively. I thought our receivers did a great job. AJ did a great job. We had solid protection for the most part. So, it was really a team effort, but those guys made some outstanding catches, and Kevin has, when he's got the opportunity to play this year, he's played well and made good plays for us, and, made big catches, and he certainly made some big catches tonight.
First of all about it, we've been leaning on number 3 all year. He's our workhorse. He's our main guy, and we knew coming into the game somebody else had to step up, and Coach just gave me an opportunity. Like I said, when you got a group of receivers like I have, it makes your job easy as a quarterback. And you just got to put it in their area. They go up and make the plays for you. And they make you look like the hero. But, it all falls back on those guys and that offensive line for giving me enough time.
Before the game is that we wanted to finish. In fact, it was a question, how bad do you want to finish? What's your effort going to be, your enthusiasm, your excitement to play in the game, the toughness that you're willing to play with, all the intangibles, and you do it one play at a time. And regardless of what happens in the game, and I think that was, we certainly didn't play a perfect game. We got a field goal blocked. We couldn't score a touchdown for a long time, but the guys just kept playing, and never once was anybody ever discouraged about anything that ever happened in the game. And I think that attitude prevailed for us as a team. We were just going to play one play at a time, finish each play, and regardless of what the circumstance was on the play before, have a sort of an I will not be denied attitude about how we'll play the next play. And I think that spirit was sort of reflected out there in the way our players competed.
After the LSU game, the first time he told me to play like myself, show emotion. And
well, let me correct that. I just didn't want to have to pull that big guy you're ready to get into it with off of
you. So Coach told me to, show some emotion, play like myself. And I'm just thankful Coach, gave me the opportunity to, come out and, put the ball in my hands and let me make some plays. And, I think a bunch of our success goes to the guys that don't really get it, that people don't see, is the defensive scouts. Those guys gave us a perfect look all week long, or the past, 44 days or however long we've been practicing for LSU. Those guys have been perfect on that side of the ball during practice, and those are the guys that don't ever, get noticed in the newspapers, and they earned this just as much as everybody else that played the game tonight. Bust my butt in the film room. It helps, when you got a little longer. You can study them a lot more, but I bust my butt in there. I know everything they want to do, certain downs and distances, but that goes back to, our coaching staff. We got the best coaching staff in the country. and I mean, I felt like it was, in my hands, kind of seeing Coach Mack off on a win, on a big win, and off to his, his new coaching journey. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad, Coach gave me the opportunity. I don't think I did anything special, though. I just, like Coach always tells me, just go out and play your game. We had on the bus ride the other day, I sat with him. He just talked. He said, "Listen, you don't have to win the game. Just go play your game." And I felt like I did that tonight.
So there you go. Those were some post-game comments from Alabama head coach Nick Saban and quarterback A.J. McCarron following their 21-0 victory over the LSU Tigers in the BCS championship game in New Orleans on Monday night. Alabama with 5 field goals and a closing touchdown there at the end, a 34-yard scamper by Trent Richardson to cap things off. And it's so crazy, these post-game news press conferences. You got these guys trying to throw these darts questions at these guys, and all they do is deflect. They deflect them, and they're damn good at doing it. They know how to say it. They know what to say. They know what they're going to say, and they know how they're going to push it off, however they want to, and they'll answer it in a very strong way, no matter how distinctive these some of these clowns in the media come out and come out with some of their questions. I mean, it's just crazy. It's ridiculous. Anyways, as far as your stats, A.J. McCarron, 23 of 34 for 234 yards passing. He also ran 4 times for 11 yards. The longest one being a 13-yard scamper. Trent Richardson, 20 carries for 96 yards and a touchdown, the 34-yard run. And Lacey did a good job rushing as well, 11 carries for 43 yards, including a couple of real strong runs there. And then receiving-wise, the Alabama receivers, Norwood with 4 catches, Hanks with 5 catches, Smelly with 7 catches, only for 39 yards though. Bell with that 1 catch for 26 yards. Underwood, Richardson, and Williams all with 2 catches each. And, of course, your 5 field goals, like I mentioned, did a great job. Jeremy Smelly with those 5 field goals of 23 yards, 34 yards, 41 yards, 35 yards, and 44 yards, capping off drives there throughout the entire game. So give Alabama a lot of credit. They win this game, shutting out LSU. It's the first time you've seen a shutout in a long time, and that's the first shutout in any BCS bowl game, if I'm not mistaken. So that's how things go there, and that caps off a pretty strong college football season. Alabama finishes off 12-1. LSU finishes off 13-1, and we'll see how they vote when it's all said and done. I'm Tom Whipple. This is SportsAvengers.com. We're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, worldwide on the internet. We got plenty more for you. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay with us.